What ends up happening is quite dramatic. So the speaker says, "Quiet, quiet! Ice Cube has 0 votes." Classic floater. Ice Cube didn't get involved in the drama, so she doesn't get any of the votes. So then Snowball and Match get in a little bit more bickering. "It's so you!" "Me? No way!" Then the announcer says, "Snowball, you're wrong. Match has 1 vote." "Take that!" "Okay, it's not you. But it's not me. It's, her!" Pointing to Teardrop. "Okay, now Snowball is right. Now your team is 3. Okay, so it doesn't have any animation of, like, Teardrop walking off. Oh, wait, okay. My webcam keeps covering things up. I didn't draw a panel of Teardrop walking off stage, but, you know, back then, there was not the sender scoop thrower thing to violently fling them off. They just walked off the stage. So Teardrop is out, and the announcer says, "Now your team is 3. So Match and Snowball both survived, so did Ice Cube, who's actually even bigger now. Ice Cube's as big as Snowball. That's crazy. But I think that, like, the canonical reason that Teardrop was eliminated is because she fainted on the last page, and the fainting is what caused, like, 3 of their members to fall off, right? So I think that makes logical sense. And then the announcer says something that's quite, I don't know, like, nerdy, quite, like, over-analyze-y. The announcer says, "And that ends the major male knockoff, starting from Woody and ending at Tennis Ball. The MMK..." It has an acronym. "The MMKO is made of 6 contests in a row, where a male gets a..." Okay, that doesn't sound like the announcer. Where a male gets voted off. It's more about, like, the cadence being a little awkward to make it sound like the announcer. Where a male gets voted off. Something like that. So, yeah, I guess from books 5 to 10, a male contestant got voted off every time. So I guess since Teardrop got eliminated here and she's female, then it ends the MMKO, which is weird. Okay, so we have the score sheet at the end. The Yelling Beavers and the Murderer Trout are left with 3 members each, and I have this little, like, sequence at the bottom that shows the order at which they lose or win. No, lose. So it went Trout, Trout, Beaver, Beaver, Trout, Trout, Beaver, Beaver. You can make, like, a rhythm out of that, like some song. But yeah, we have Match, Ice Cube, and Snowball as the final 3 Beavers, Bubble, Coney, and Pencil as the final 3 Trout, and there are 5 more books to eliminate the rest of them until there's 1 winner. I think people already know who the winner is because I might have, like, commented it on some really old video, but I just won't say it here just to avoid spoilers. So the announcer says, "The Murderer Trout win a 3rd time in a row. The first time someone has done that. As for you, Yelling Beavers, 1 you'd like gone." So, the team of Match, Snowball, and Ice Cube, they're up for elimination. One of them has to go. It's a pretty small team about to get smaller. So, of course, remember last time, Snowball and Match have got into a lot of fights because Snowball said some very mean things to Match, saying that she was weak or something. So Match says, "I, like, vote Snowball." Announcer goes, "Snowball, 1 vote." And then Snowball, really loudly, with giant text, goes, "Match!" And then, oh, I almost bit my tongue there. Announcer says, "Okay." So they just voted for each other, which basically cancels out the effect of their votes. They're both at 1v1. So it all comes down to the floater Ice Cube, the like, innocent third party, like the Switzerland of World War II. She didn't want to get involved, but now she has to decide. Well, Ice Cube, whoever you choose, leaves total Firey Island. Then Ice Cube is nervous. She looks to the right, and Match is like, "No!" Then she looks to the left, and then Snowball says, "I could punch you." That's so diplomatic, Snowball. Very good. Very nice of you. And then, oh, Match is bringing it down her thumb. She's really bringing out the gestures. Snowball should, like, go. "I could help you. She can't." Then Match reminds Ice Cube of Snowball's misogynistic past. he said girls are like weak. Snowball says, I'm the only male on the team. That's not helping your case, Snowball. You're supposed to apologize for that, not dig your heels. And then Match says, what is her voice? No one likes him. Say Match already. That's like what he wants Ice Cube to do. Oh, and then Match suddenly adopts a new persona. This is like a total change of heart. She says, I am nice. Okay? This is gonna continue. This is a trend. This is taking too long. I'll be patient. Answer already. I'll wait. You see? Match is trying to win Ice Cube over with kindness and compassion. Then Snowball says the most threatening thing yet. Do you want me to punch you? Ice Cube says, no! And I feel like this is a misinterpretation, but the announcer says, okay then, Match is eliminated. And I feel like this comes down to semantics, because Ice Cube never said she wanted Match eliminated. She just said no to this threat, which doesn't mean the same thing. So the announcer needs a lesson in English comprehension or something. And then Ice Cube says, that isn't what I said! Okay, I know I sound like X, whatever. Now, I want to point out something interesting. When I wrote all of these comic books, none of the characters had canonical voices because I had only written them. They were only like drawings. They weren't videos yet, of course. So when I was imagining what these characters sounded like, it was just kind of voiceless, or I just didn't have any idea. So I tried to like think of random voices in my head. So when I wrote this "that isn't what I said" line, I remember for whatever reason, I sort of assigned Ice Cube Bracelety's voice, or the same voice as Teen Girl Squad from Homestar Runner. So when I wrote this, I remember as I was writing it, I was saying in my head, that isn't what I said! Just because I thought it sounded funny, and like the rhythm of it with the emphasis on said! It just sounded funny to me, so I just imagined Ice Cube having that voice. And as we all know, within the next 10 months, Michael and I decided to give Ice Cube a much more pleasant voice.
Oh, I remember that. I am so gonna get revenge on her.
I am so gonna have a nicer voice than Teen Girl Squad! That isn't the voice we stuck with, but at the time in 2008, that's what I imagined, which I think is very interesting. And then we get to the little summary of what happened. The Yelling Beavers versus the Murderer Trout, and Match gets eliminated. Even though Ice Cube didn't really vote for her, the world isn't a fair place. It isn't a just place, and things like this happen.